morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is now June 2nd. Lisa Scott with you here this morning, and Robert is in for Lydia this morning as well. We'll get to Robert's forecast in just a moment. We always like to remind you right off the top, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning with your morning news and weather headlines. Love it when you join us live, but of course it stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. We also make it into a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. And look for the Inform Minute.
All right, a lovely start to the day for most of us across the region today. But this afternoon, Robert, sounds like things could start getting a little rough around some areas.
Yeah, central North Dakota, we're looking at a level 2 out of 5 risk for today for severe weather. That being really our first true taste of severe storms in North Dakota for this season. With that, large hail, strong winds, hail up to 1 to 2 inches, gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Those are possible. So some of these storms later this afternoon, starting off near the Devil's Lake area, could have a little bit of a punch to them. But once we get into this evening and especially overnight, we'll see those storms make their way over the valley area, weaken as they do, and then just general clusters or just clutter of thunder showers. It's tomorrow that things get a little bit more interesting with the severe weather chances right over the valley area.
Okay, interesting. And of course, Rib Fest starts tomorrow, so it always seems to coincide with some storms.
Yeah, exactly. So tomorrow afternoon and evening, that's where we see the storms move into the central and southern valley. Again, some of these storms could have a bit of a punch to them. Okay. We'll, of course, keep a very close eye on that as we go throughout the day, get a better idea of what to expect for tomorrow, and then we'll just be vigilantly watching the radar for tomorrow. Keep that storm tracker app handy, and again, if you're going to Rib Fest or anywhere outdoors, just keep an eye on the radar before you do.
Of course. Overall general trend for our 10-day forecast is looking like what?
Pretty sporadic with the rain shower chances, which is pretty common once you get into June. You'll have a few days that are dry, a few days that have storm chances, but generally temperature-wise staying fairly consistent. We dip into the 70s the rest of this week after today in the mid-80s, and then next week in the low 80s. So not too much of discrepancy in temperatures. It's just, will it be rain or not, depending on what day you're on.
All right, sounds good. Anything else we need to know?
I think that's about it. Again, we'll be keeping a close eye on those storms today and especially into tomorrow.
All right, Robert.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, to your news headlines now. Today, the father of the child accused of giving THC products to other students at Horizon Middle School in Moorhead is due in court. Martin and Amanda Hulse were arrested after 12 students got sick from THC gummies in May. They each face 8 drug charges and 1 count of child endangerment. Investigators say they found hundreds of THC cartridges inside the home with illegal mushrooms and more than $75,000 in cash. Court records show Martin Hulse has 11 prior felony convictions. He remains in the Clay County Jail. His hearing is scheduled for 9 this morning. Amanda Hulse will be back in court on July 9th.
Today, the man arrested by the SWAT team last Friday makes his first court appearance. Henoch Francis is accused of shooting at another man near a home just east of Osgood Elementary School around 2:30 on Friday morning. Francis was found about 5 hours later, a few blocks north. He was quickly taken into custody by SWAT officers. He will be arraigned this morning at 9 o'clock.
A Chicago man will spend 45 years in prison for the murder of a Fargo man. Patrick Martin pleaded guilty to murdering Rasan Wilson in December of 2024 at a South Fargo apartment. Court documents say Martin and Stephen Burrell planned to rob Wilson, who Burrell believed had robbed him. Martin will not be eligible for parole until he has served 38 years. Burrell remains in jail in Louisiana on burglary and bank fraud charges.
We're now just 1 week away from the June primary election here in North Dakota, and early voting begins today in Cass County and Grand Forks County. For polling locations and times, as well as how to vote absentee and everything else you really need to know about the election, just go to the North Dakota Secretary of State's website, and there are a ton of resources there. Also on inform.com, our website, you can find a lot of those same resources. So get out there and vote early if you can't make it to the polls next Tuesday.
The West Fargo City Commission has rejected plans for a $3.5 million roundabout near Legacy Elementary School. The decision came after dozens of neighbors spoke out against the project, citing concerns about child safety and special assessments. It would have been installed at the intersection of 52nd Avenue West and 9th Street West.
Today, Moorhead's wading pools are set to open up for the season. There are 5 of those wading pools around Moorhead. You don't have to pay an admission fee to get into any of them. They're free and open to use. And the brand new Moorhead Municipal Pool and Splash Pad at Romkey Park, which has undergone huge renovations, is opening up on Thursday. So that's pretty exciting.
The Stanley Cup Final begins tonight right here on WDAY. Carolina Hurricanes will host the first 2 games of the series against the Vegas Golden Knights. Puck drop for Game 1 is set for 7 o'clock tonight.
It's fun to be hosting Stanley Cup playoffs and the NBA Finals on WDAY. Going to be lots of good games. Today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, Kindred Football has produced a second Power 4 player who's heading to Clemson in the ACC. You'll meet him on today's show. Plus, the boys Class A golf tournament tees off at Oxbow Country Club this morning. We're going to head there for a preview of who has the best chance to win that event. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com.
And now's a great time to get that Inforum.com subscription, 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inforum.com/subscribe to check out the deals.
Join us for the rest of our newscast today. Our next one's at 11, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we're back with First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7.
Have a great day, everyone.